All right, welcome to the second game of the evening. Up this time is fourth generation warfare. As the leader of a nation, dispatch and control your team of characters all around the world to destabilize your enemies and establish your supremacy. All methods are fair game: hacking, sabotage, political interference, military strikes, corruption, treachery, assassinations, data theft. And it just kind of cuts off there. It's got ellipses. Weird. Anyway, being a head of state in the 21st century implies many responsibilities and making strategic choices in complex geopolitical situations. However, the most impactful decisions are neither the most visible nor the most ethical. Fourth generation warfare offers a unique combination of strategy and RPG games set in the depths of the 21st century asymmetrical warfare where sneak moves are a must. Right, so this game was given to Petty for review, so over to him with the details.
So yeah, this game is a thing. I had trouble getting into this. Unfortunately, just because everything okay?
Yeah.
It was. We heard an echo of you for a second there, but
I think my phone got a little too close to the microphone. That sometimes happens. Anyway.
okay.
Yeah. I guess my biggest problem with this game is I think there's like way too much waiting around before you can actually do much of anything.
I mean, it's a strategy game, so that's kind of part and parcel of the territory.
I mean, right now my major to-dos are to assemble a cabinet, but I need to wait for them to contact me, or, for people to contact me before I can, start building up a cabinet.
Which is really weird because you'd think you could just go to IKEA.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Overall, I think it's actually using satellite imagery of the various countries. Or at least, their, national capitals, I guess. Which, I guess that's kind of cool. I don't know, when exactly, these were taken. But I know, they're relatively keeping the, heads of state. They're using likenesses, not, the exact person, originally was based off of U.S. originally had a certain terrible human being as our president previously, and then they've updated it to closely resemble the current president of the United States as of 2023.
That's a little bit tricky, because are you going to keep changing it, or are you just going to leave it one way or the other eventually?
That's one thing we really don't know. It'd be cool if they keep up with that, but I guess it depends on the studio. As far as any of the other strategy elements, again, I've not really been able to do much with them because I honestly get bored with this game pretty fast, which is unfortunate, but that's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this does look like the kind of game you're either really into or you're not.
I imagine my cousin, who was really into political stuff like this, would have probably loved this.
Mm.
This was back in the time when he was playing video games.
Duly noted.
For me right now, like, it's kind of cool they're keeping it up to date with relatively modern leaders, and like looks like they have satellite images of the various capitals. But outside of that, the novelty wears off quickly. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And like there are a whole bunch of different countries you can basically be the head of state of. Like, I don't know how to get out of here. The menu? Yes. Please quit the main menu. Just we're gonna quit the game fully. Or it's gonna crash. I did have a couple problems with the games crashing on me. You know, I don't know if it's something I did to make it crash or what. But I guess something to keep an eye on. Music. I didn't really hear much music if there was any, which kind of makes sense for this kind of game. Yeah, game crashed on me again.
What, you don't want epic banger music while you're doing simulation stuff?
Totally. Okay, yeah, this is taking me to the main menu. Hooray! And like, play solo, new game. I can pick from the top 12 countries of the world, or damn near every country that I believe is a member of the UN. So there's a lot of them.
Yes. So you can fulfill your dream of playing as Madagascar and having no agenda aside from closing your borders as soon as someone sneezes.
Or I could be Russia and burn it all to the ground. You know, to each their own, right? Yeah, I don't know how, like, up to date all of these, if they're actually taking the time to update this with every country's, capital and current leader. Because, like, I know for the top 12 it'd be a fairly tolerable job, but every UN nation, that takes some dedication. I'm not sure, how they, are doing all that. But all in all, it's interesting, but only if this is kind of your thing, quote unquote. So I guess any thoughts or comments before we get into
Not
price?
at this. Yeah, not at this time.
So what we
Yeah, I don't know. It looks okay, but
yeah,
not amazingly interesting.
yeah. It takes a certain kind of person who'd be more into this.
Yeah. Anyway, in terms of pricing, well, the base price is $30, but this game has already seen substantial amounts of DLC. There's the Commando Unit, Mercenaries, Trafficker, and Deep Network Analyzer, and all of them are going for $6 a pop.
And what are those?
There's like new classes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, the look, but, suffice to say, all the DLC is $23.96. and the entire bundle is $40.45. Honestly, for a strategy game, $30 to $40 is pretty good.
Assuming it's mechanically solid, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you're into this kind of game.
Yeah, if you're looking at this like it's Civilization or something like that, you're going to be sorely disappointed. This is more of a simulation type of strategy game than let's go make a bunch of dudes and go burn down our neighbors.
Yeah, still, this game is considerably cheaper than Civilization.
Yeah.
At least, the newer Civilizations.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is definitely a different kind of strategy game. So I guess that's it for me, unless you guys have any other thoughts, feelings, or concerns.
Not really, no.
Alrighty then.
Alright, so that'll about do it for 4th Generation Warfare here. Be sure to tune in after the break, as the Galax will be reviewing Gray Zone.